Hey guys, so I did say that I watched Battle of the Belts last Saturday. Uh, do I think it was deserving of its own show? There's a part of me that says yes and a part of me that says no. Sammy Guevara versus Dustin Rhodes was entertaining. Fuego del Sol got involved, which was very weird. Um, but it was still a good matchup between those two guys. We also had Matt Sydal versus Ricky Starks for the FTW title, which was again entertaining and fun. Ricky Starks retained obviously, and then we had our main event: Britt Baker versus Rio for the women's belt. Again, very entertaining, very well paced. This match was really good, and again, Io wins. Not Io. Britt Baker wins. Yeah, this was just, it was fun. It was a fun show, but do I think it was deserving of an actual full card? Yeah, to a degree. I mean, if we do get the world title on the cards every now and again, I think it'd be a bit better, personally. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into AEW Dynamite. Let's do this. Okay, so we had Adam Cole and Red Dragon come out to basically start the show off, and the Young Bucks come in and basically start saying that they're going to have friendly competition. Best Friends come out, attack the Super Click, which is always entertaining. But then, all of a sudden, Chris Statlander gets involved to try and stop Adam Cole from hitting the boom knee on to Orange Cassidy. But then Miss Britt Baker walked out and basically, well, beat the crap out of Chris Statlander. So we are getting the move of Britt Baker joining the Super Clip, which I think will be a good idea personally. Have her, Jamie Hayter, and Rebel in the group a little bit. Seems like it's going to be a bit oversaturated, so turn Jamie Hayter face with Rebel as the heel manager for Britt Baker, and I think that would be really good. I think personally, it'd be a great correlation of these two storylines going forward. Personally, but ladies and gentlemen, we've got Warlord versus Punk coming up. It's actually coming up next. I'm looking forward to this match. I think it's going to be a fun, entertaining matchup. We'll see what happens. I do feel like, though, Mr. Wardlow is going to turn face at some point. Tonight or next week. Don't know yet, but we'll find out, guys. So, let's get straight to that contest. So we just had Wardlow versus Punk, and this was basically just a decimation of Punk. I mean, multiple power bombs plus one through a table, and then Punk gets the roll up for the win. I mean, it kind of made sense to a degree with um, Warlow being distracted by MJF at ringside and the quick roll up for the win. But I feel like, yeah, it's not what I would have done personally. It's not what I would have done, but it makes sense. You know, it makes sense. We'll see where it goes. Obviously, we will have the Punk MJF match coming up soon. It'll be at a pay per view, hopefully. But you know, this was it was entertaining to a point, and it made sense with the story going forward. To be fair, you know, they have to build to this story. So, with that all being said, ladies and gentlemen, we've got Powerhouse Hobbs taking on Dante Martin next. So let's see how this goes. So we just had Powerhouse Hobbs versus Dante Martin. This was really entertaining. Ricky Starks getting involved was a bit of a pain, but then all of a sudden a wild Jay Lethal appeared. It's super effective, and yeah, Dante Martin gets the win. Roll up again, but using the well persistent moonsault to get the win as well, which was very entertaining. Jericho in the Inner Circle are here to basically protect Sammy from the Terrence and Phillips 2.0. Eddie Kingston comes into the shot and basically starts jaw-jacking with Jericho, which I think is brilliant. I mean, if we're going to get a match between these two, fuck yes, I will give you all the money I have for that match, and the promos will be amazing. So yeah, that's going to be a great matchup. We do have MJF. Yay, here we go. So we had MJF come out, talking about how everyone wants the match, and we're going to get Sean Spears versus Punk next week. That'll be a good matchup. That'll be a fun matchup, I think. We then had the Super Click talking about how they're incorporating Britt Baker into the storyline with them as well. And Britt Baker challenges Chris Statlander and Orange Cassidy to a mixed tag match next week on AEW Dynamite. That will be entertaining. Then we have Adam Page coming out talking about how he went 90 minutes with Bryan Danielson. He wants more, he wants a new challenger. Dan Lambert comes out, talks a load about the cowboy history of cowboy gimmick, Terry and Dory Funk Jr., Jack Mulligan, all that. But then a wild Murderhawk, Lance Archer, makes his return. He's not been seen in 5 months, comes back, attacks the world champion, so we're going to be having Lance Archer versus Adam Page going forward. That's going to be a fun matchup, I think, personally. If they save it for the pay-per-view, I think that would be really good. Do I think Lance Archer's going to win? Don't know yet. And now we've got Arn Anderson, Brock Anderson, and I can't think of his name now, but we'll see what they have to say. Lee Moriarty, very sorry about that, guys. So FTR come in and basically say this is Horseman country. We are in, I think we're in South Carolina. I could be completely wrong on that one, but we are in Horseman country tonight. And basically FTR come in and basically say, why don't you accept the open challenge we've got going on? I didn't even know they had an open challenge. So we're going to get Lee Moriarty and Brock Anderson taking on FTR next week. I am going to be looking forward to that match, I have to admit. I was impressed by Brock Anderson. I know he's improved a bit, so we'll see how that goes next week. But ladies and gentlemen, there's been a lot of talking recently. Let's get to a damn match, shall we? So, just had Selena D versus Hikaru Shida, and match didn't really start because it was thrown out basically with the use of the kendo stick and the submissions. At least they're doing something different in this feud. Very, very happy about that. But we wanted to see the match, to be honest, even though we have seen it quite a few times now. But then, ladies and gentlemen, we have Jurassic Express with Christian Cage talking, and then Dark Order's John Silver and Ryan Reynolds. I can't think of his name now. His tag team partner come in and basically say they want a shot at the gold, but don't get it. Hell yeah! And now Penta El Zero Miedo versus Matt Hardy. Let's watch this. So we just had Penta El Zero Miedo versus Matt Hardy. This was actually kind of a fun matchup, I'll admit. Very entertaining, well paced. Obviously Penta wins with the package pile driver, but then he challenges Malachi Black. Obviously he comes in and attacks Penta, and I can't think of his name now. Penta's English translator. But then the Varsity Blondes come out and attack him, and then all of a sudden, 1, 2, 3, lights go out, come back on. We have a new debuting star in Brody King, and they are partnered up together. That is going to be a very entertaining partnership, I think, personally. They are former tag team champions as well, so they've been on the independent scene, so now bringing in Brody King, I think that's a really good fit for the first member of the House of Black. Second member? I don't know. I mean, we'll find out if they do have a third man entering soon. But now we've got Chris Statlander, Red Velvet, and Layla Hurst talking about the deception between these two and the match coming up next week on Dynamite. And Red Velvet basically just playing Peacemaker at this point, which is one of those things, guys. But we do have the Acclaim versus Bear Country before our main event, which is going to be Sammy Guevara versus Daniel Garcia for the interim TNT Championship. Looking forward to that one, guys. So let's get to Bear Country versus the Acclaimed. So we just had the Acclaim versus Bear Country. This was entertaining. It was a really fun matchup. Bear Country got a bit more offense in. Obviously, they were the bigger guys in the match. But the Acclaim get the win. Their 33rd win as a tag team in AEW. Most wins for a tag team in AEW. After the match, Sting comes out. Darby as well. They attack the Acclaim, so this is building up for a tag team match. I'm looking forward to that. That'll be entertaining if it's on Dynamite next week. But then, guys, all we've got left is the tag team, the interim TNT title match with Sammy Guevara versus David Garcia. So let's not waste any more time and get straight into that match. So we just had Pat talking about how he can see clearly now after the attacks from Malachi Black. I don't like the fact that I feel that Pat's going to turn heel and join Malachi Black and House of Black. But if he does, I'll be. Oh, it's one of those intriguements. I have to admit that one, guys. And then we have Matt Hardy talking about the loss earlier on in the night, but then Andrade El Idolo comes out and basically says, I have an offer you can't refuse. I know I just mixed that up, but hey, fuck it. But now, guys, Sammy Guevara, David Garcia, let's watch this. So, we just had David Garcia versus Sammy Guevara for the interim title, and I gotta admit, this was a damn fun matchup. This was entertaining as all hell, and Sammy retains the belt. Obviously, this was not going to be a foregone conclusion. It was a foregone conclusion, but holy shit, David Garcia, this man is fucking incredible. Sorry guys, I'm just having to deal with something. There we go. This was entertaining. This was so fun, and it was a really great matchup between these two guys. And again, Sammy wins, and we get the furthering of the feud with Kingston and Jericho in each other's faces. Sign me up a match with those two, yes please. So yeah, great match. Better than last week's show. So much better. And at the end of it, yeah, good show. So I'm gonna go to bed, guys, because I'm tired. And I will see you next week for the next installment of the CWS and of AEW Dynamite, and hopefully I will. I have started doing a DPW Fire. I need to get that recorded, guys. So TCFN, ta-ta for now.